I hope that the lady that came into my store today, I hope that she really takes what I said to heart. And I want to share with you because I think we can all learn something from this. You just stop bleeding all over people. Just stop. You and your unhealed portions of your life and in how you vomit or bleed, I call it, all over people. If you would have just read the instructions before you had come into the store, you would have known. And instead, you had to vomit or bleed all over me because you were so upset that you had to pack your item. You had to pay for something to put your item in, and you had to print your label, and you had to print something that had to go inside the package. So you had to print two things, and you were supposed to put that big package in a bag or a box. But instead, you had to yell at the customer service rep, me, for what reason? I don't have control over how you're having to handle your return. I have absolutely no control over that. Number one, that's a totally different company. We're just the receiving end, you know? We're just taking the package on behalf of that company that you bought it from. And that company that you bought it from wanted it back a certain way. And if you would have just read it before you come in, you wouldn't have been upset. And I get it. It's frustrating. You know, one time they don't want it packed, one time they do. Okay, but if you would have just read it, if you just would have read it, read the instructions, you wouldn't be bleeding all over this poor person who had nothing to do with anything or the cost of anything or anything at all. They're just doing their job. I'm here just to communicate and accept the package, make sure the package is ready to go. That's my job. And I'm sorry, I'm really good at my job and that I can read. But people, come on. I have to deal with your stinking attitude day in and day out for every person to come in. Just so bad. Well, last time I didn't have to do that. Last time I didn't have to pack it. Well, that was last time. This time, whoever you bought that from through whatever affiliate, they want it back this way. And things change. Yeah, they do. They change all the time. You could buy the exact same thing one week and return it one way, and the next week you have to do it a different way. If you would just freaking read. But instead, when I point out that you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you get mad at me. Which make sense? That just shows how unhealed you are, and you're going to keep doing it. And you're probably going to go home or get in your car because you so worked up, you're going to leave a bad review. You're going to be like, that rude blonde. How dare she tell me what I should have read before I came in? How dare she do her job? How dare she show me the unhealed portions of my life? How dare she? Y'all, get a grip. Grow up. If you would have just read it. Really? So, I guess I'm not here to point out this one woman. I'm here to tell you, stop. Just stop. Stop treating people this way. It makes you look bad. It makes you look ugly. People don't like that. People don't like to be treated that way. And every time you treat someone like that, now I got to transmute that energy into something else. I can't be bleeding all over the next person who comes up to my line just because this crazy lady come in who hadn't read her instructions. And she going off on me. Now I got to transmute that energy. Or I'll take it home to my puppy dog, or I'll put it off onto the next person in line, or my coworker, or something else, because that energy's got to go somewhere. That energy is something that I'm going to throw back on you. You're going to treat me like that. I'm going to tell you like it is. Grow the fuck up. Really. Grow up.